Dude, switch the tab. Dude, he's coming over. Nah, bro, we're fine. He doesn't see us, bro.
How's the homework coming along? Are you playing Tank Trouble again? E100 guy, we talked about this. On every resident in Kansas City, stop doing this shit. On Godzilla, that game is gonna die in a few years. Why do you even play it?
It's hard for me to see exactly where the hell I went wrong. Never thought I'd see the way we wouldn't get along. What the hell am I doing? Hi there, I'm here to talk about, well, what everyone talks about in this genre of gaming. It's dying. Tank games are dying. And I'm not like the other tanks, okay? I'm not gonna go on an hour-long rant about the matchmaking or broken artillery or whatever. I'm just here to point out the patterns of these dying tank games and War Thunder. Dear God. Tanky Online has got to be one of the most studied fall-offs ever in gaming history. Dude, I swear, this is what got millions of kids hooked on the tank game genre, okay? Myself included, man. While all the other kids were playing Agario or Deep.io, I was playing Tanky Online. I was just better than them. I don't know why they didn't play Tanky Online. I was locked in with this game. Prime E100 guy in Tanky Online was uncontested. Man, uncontested. Okay, the self-glaze goes insane. I'm just trying to say I really like this game. It's one of those games where you play in your childhood and then you just sort of forget as you grow up, you know? You just sort of move on. It's not until you decide to play it again for a silly YouTube channel that you realize how pay to win it was, man. Like, if I'd known my enemies could just inject power upgrades mid-battle, I probably wouldn't have played. Like, imagine you're in a 1v1, right? And you almost got him, but then he just pops resistance, speed, and extra damage, and he just clears you. It's even worse nowadays. Nowadays, there's bombs, there's boosted armor, there's damage, there's mines, there's drones. Like, it's just impossible to, like, compete with them, even. But I would actually like to see it done, you know? Like a professional tournament of only pay-to-win players just hurling their money at the other players. Imagine a game where it's just grenade throwing and mine spamming and freaking damage boost spam. It would just be hell, but it would be so awesome to see. Like I've already stated, everyone already knows the downfall of Tanky Online thanks to this guy. Now, the general consensus of the downfall is that Alternativa games just got too greedy, they introduced loot boxes, you know how it works. And I agree with that statement. But as an add-on, I also miss the old art style. Every tank used to be green. It really gave off that 2000s vibe it was going for. It looked like it had a vision. The modern tanky art style just insists upon itself, alright? That's all I need to say. So, yeah, the game died a few years after I left, but that was okay because I found a brand new game. Yes, when the Switch Lite came out, I got it first thing for Christmas, and I went on the eShop and found this free tank game, WotB. It wasn't tanky online by any stretch, but it was still pretty fun. Without hesitation, I started grinding the E100, and you know, it wasn't looking too bad. It was looking alright. There was no pay-to-win system, there was no power-ups or anything like that. Like, the only thing that could be considered pay-to-win is the collector or premium tanks, but those tanks are either hit or miss, and some... Yo, psst. Do you wanna like grind up faster? You give me your money and I'll give you the E100 in 5 minutes tops. So the thing that a lot of these tank game companies do is create a pay-to-play system. Sure, you could grind over 2 months grinding to the E100, or you could just buy some gold and get some more XP to get that E100 faster. There's a lot of ways to boost how many tanks you can get in these types of tech tree tank games. You may not have bought it first, you may have just considered it. Considered the fact that you'd have to grind for 5 hours what is $5 worth of work. Everyone's done that calculation in their head. Oh, look, this premium tank. I could just get it and make more credits. It's so worth it. Oh, a new line popped out? I could just spend money and get it early. There's no need to play the game when I could just spend money. And honestly, I'm fine with that system. But where I draw the line is when they just have like, what, 18 pop-ups saying I should buy the next container, which gambling to kids is a whole nother basket of worms. But for the love of God, if you're gonna advertise me 20 times a day, could you at least switch it up and not just make 20 tabs that I have to click through? With all due respect, no one is buying the Lupus in 2038 wargaming. I notice now that I've only listed 2 tank games when I say the death of tank games in my title. And there's gonna be some guy in my comment section saying, what about Armored Warfare? What about Tank Company? First of all, those tank games have a combined player base of like 5, and second, they're all kind of the same game. Sure, there's different tanks, there's different maps, but there's tech trees, there's credits, there's XP in all these games, and there's some version of gold or higher currency that you can pay your way to. Once you see the formula for this type of game, you begin to see it like everywhere, even in battleship games, robot games. It's just everywhere, man. I mean, just take a look at War Thunder. That's the most grindy game known to mankind. It has golden eagles or whatever. Psst, E100 guy. That game isn't dead. It's like the most popular military tank game of all time. Oh.
3 days later, E100 guy returns to talk about War Thunder and rees up the deranged autistic
Yes, all these
player.
traits I've given to other tank games to reasons to why they're dying. War Thunder has them all, so my argument falls flat on its face. I can't really sit here and say the death of tank games while War Thunder is still very much active and has lots of views and a good player base and weebs. Why is that? Well, there's probably lots of reasons. But for me, I think it's the weebs meat riding the realism to King Von's kingdom. Like, geez, man. First make your E100 model historically accurate, and then you could talk shit. Oh, and the jokes about the military leaked classified documents, those were never funny, man. I was just fake laughing. Oh wait, what's down here?
Us War Thunder players are built different.
We about to have war in War Thunder. Skunk emoji.
Huh?
Lol, just another day in War Thunder.
Classified documents. Classified documents. Classified documents. By love classified miniature documents.
Man, these comments can't be real. Oh my god. Anyways. It seems after COVID, everyone nodded off and went to War Thunder. Fares to Bowtime Gaming and Spookston. You got me. Am I the only one left playing these tank games? Is there like anyone else playing them? Wait, hello? Yo, I just saw something over there. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna go check that out. Give me a second. Maybe that's where my WotB players are. Feed the snail. Feed the snail. I ain't feeding no snail. What even is this video, dog? Okay, the reason why I'm being so hard on War Thunder players right now is because every time I make a video, it seems like there's always some War Thunder meat riders that go, just go play War Thunder, just go play War Thunder, just go play. Like, I don't want to, because every time I play a tank game, I grind it for 3 years just for it to die. Happened to Tanky, it happened to WotB. It might happen to WotB, I'm not sure. It's not that War Thunder is a bad game or anything, it's just I've played these games before. I know how this is gonna turn out. Ignore me at your own peril, but I say history repeats itself. And Gajin can only hold on to this realism shit for so long. So let me hold your hand while I say this. But War Thunder will die eventually. Those tanks, all those hours you put into that game, they're gonna mean nothing. Nothing. And I want you to know that. I seriously do. Because man, I wish I didn't spend as much time as I did on WotB when I was a kid. I know I'm sounding like a unk, but just don't sell your life away to these companies, okay? Because because all they want is your money. And listen, I'm not going to refrain from talking about War Thunder in the future. I'll still make videos on it here or there just to poke fun. But like I said, I have nothing really to add. I'm a WotB player and a Tanky Online player, and that's just the truth. I can't change that. But for some reason, half my subs are like War Thunder players, and you know, that's actually fine, and I know why that is. It's because we all started with Watt or WotB or Tanky Online, and then we switched over to War Thunder, or at least you guys did, and that's cool. I'm happy I can be that connection for you. But this is getting a little bit gay and emotional, so I'm just gonna get on to the next segment.
The 100 guy will now conclude the video by talking about all the tank games and their downfall.
Okay, so like I said in my intro, I'm not going to go into intricate details of why each tank game failed or why players are leaving or etc. I want to talk about the tank game genre as a whole. And it's kind of hard to do that without talking about Gen Z, my generation, the generation that grew up with these tank games. Man, I remember when Tanky Online, every update was just news on the block, and Tank Trouble. I used to grind that in the school library every time with my friends. And WotB when they had the duck event and everything. It was just so innocent, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I was just addicted to the game, but I swear it wasn't nostalgia. I swear I felt better playing the games back then. They felt like actual games and not just shops to buy tanks at. Because that's what it's come to. It's come to buying premium tanks, opening containers, buying some stupid gold currency. What happened to the actual game, man? Could you work on the game a little bit and just stop making these overpowered premium tanks for 2 seconds? And I'm speaking very broadly here, but I don't see this newer generation having that fire in its eyes for tank games. And you know, can we even really blame them after what they've become? A shell of their former selves. Oh my god, I've always wanted to say that. Alright, this is a pretty generic Minecraft music nostalgia bait ending here. I think there is some truth to what I said though. And WotB ain't dead. On Godzilla, we were forging this shit. I still gotta make a video about that. But I guess the WotB devs decided to gatekeep their update from me, so we'll see how it goes. Sorry I was gone for 3 months, and I'll be back soon.